Imagine walking into a classroom where the students call the teacher by their first name, where asking questions in the middle of a lecture is not rude, it's actually expected, and where group projects matter more than exams. Confusing, right? That feeling of everything being different is what we call classroom culture shock. If you're studying in a new country or even transitioning into a new education system, you are not alone. Almost every student goes through this. And today, I'll help you understand what classroom culture shock is, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can adapt and thrive. Welcome to today's edition of A More Excellent You. And today we'll be talking about classroom culture shock. Now, what exactly is classroom culture shock? It's the stress or discomfort you feel when you're adjusting to a new academic culture. For some students, it shows up as confusion, like not knowing why the class is so interactive. For others, it's anxiety, like worrying about your accent when you speak up. For some other students, it can show up as even frustration and they start doubting themselves. Do I even belong here? Am I smart enough? But here's the truth: classroom culture shock does not mean you're failing, it means you're adjusting, and that is completely normal. Let's talk about some of the biggest differences that students notice. First, teaching methods. In some countries, education is about memorizing facts and repeating them in the exams. In others, it's about analyzing, debating, or even challenging the teacher's point of view. Secondly, classroom interaction. In some cultures, being quiet means respect. In others, silence is seen as not engaging. Suddenly, you might be expected to raise your hand, argue politely, or do some presentations. Third, communication styles. You might hear slangs, jokes, or even sarcasm from teachers. Some professors prefer being called by their first name, while in other cultures, that might feel disrespectful. These things can add up and leave you wondering, am I doing this right? Then there are academic expectations. Grading system may look totally different. Letters, percentages, GPAs, sometimes exams matter less than essays or presentations. One major shock for international students is plagiarism rules. In some systems, copying text without credit is normal. In others, it's a serious offense. And let's talk about feedback. Professors may give you direct, even blunt comments. It can even feel harsh, but it's usually meant to help you improve, not tear you down. Now, outside the textbooks, there is the social side of the class. Group projects can be tough when everyone has a different working style. Some students like to plan everything in advance, while others do last minute things. Classroom discussions can be intimidating when your classmates speak confidently and quickly. You may have great ideas, but feel hesitant to share them. And then there's making friends. Building connections in a new culture takes time, but the classroom can actually be one of the best places to start. So, how do you cope with classroom culture shock? Here are some practical tips to help you cope with classroom culture shock. Number one, prepare. Before classes begin, read the course guide and understand the rules. Know what counts for grades and what does not. Two, speak up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. In many systems, asking questions shows you're engaged, not that you're weak. Number three, use resources. Write to your tutors, your peers, your mentors. are there for you. Use them. Number four, find community. Join student societies, cultural societies, study groups. Be around others. It makes adjustment easier. Here's the good news. Classroom culture shock does not just challenge you, it grows you. You become more adaptable. You learn how to work with people from different backgrounds. You gain resilience and problem solving skills. And honestly, these are very important skills that employers are looking out for. So if you're experiencing classroom culture shock right now, remember this, it's not the end of your journey, it's the beginning of growth for you. You're not failing, you're learning. You're not just surviving in a new system, you're becoming a global student. So embrace the challenge, take it one step at a time, and remember, you've got this. If this video has been useful to you, remember to like, share, and comment down below how classroom culture shock affects you and how you are thriving and adapting. See you next time.